Happy Thursday, November 4th, everybody. This is Sifu Fio, also known as Anthony Fiore, Tony, some people call me. Anyway, my name is important. I wanted to share a story. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. A long time ago, when I was very young, I met a real master. Unbelievable. The skills and power and everything. Even though I was young, I asked to be a student. And he said, you're not ready to be a student of mine yet. He said, go and live in the world, experience the world, study everything you can, study every style. And I said, and I didn't know what the name of his style was. And he said, my style hasn't got a name. He said, maybe you'll think of a name for it someday. So I did. I went and I didn't travel the entire world, but I've been in every state in the U.S. I've studied with many masters. I've achieved ranks in a lot of different styles of karate and kung fu and Okinawa Tay and Korean systems like Aikido and Taekwondo. Just name a few. And this isn't a boast. This has been how I've been. Ninjutsu was a big part of my training at one point. And then I studied the healing arts, shiatsu, acupuncture, herbs, Reiki. And I went into a deep slumber. I did all that work and study and practice, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and spent thousands of hours and tens of thousands of dollars. And then I lost my way. I fell off the path. I fell off the path that I was on more than once, but this was a real major fall off. And I guess maybe 5 or 6 years I was a complete drunkard. Which is what happens when you think that you're a warrior and you need a reason for fighting, or you have no reason to exist. I thought I had nothing to fight for, as I felt myself was of no value. This was not the truth. I knew it, but it was what I believed about myself at the time. So, some people where I had moved to enjoyed my methods of dancing when we danced on Friday nights under full moons in San Diego. And several of the instructors saw that I had some good dance style and told them that I could train her and her friends. They wanted to learn sword fighting right away. They wanted to skip right to expert level. And being professional dancers as they were, believe it or not, they were able to do that. Anyway, I was starting to give my gifts. I was starting to share. Fell off the path again. Just as hard, maybe harder. Lost my way. And then slowly, I stopped looking for the perfect style, looking for the perfect art, looking for the perfect me, looking for anything. And I emptied myself of myself. I think through the Tao, through God, through Christ, through I don't want to say universe because that's a creative thing. It pushed all that darkness out of me and it broke me. And I realized I spent many years broken and feeling sorry for myself and not realizing the gifts that I had. And then, rather recently, and with sudden plumb out of nowhere, my master, whom I had met when I was about 8 or 9, 10, appeared, and he said to me, that he actually scolded me, and he said that I had incredible gifts and I was being selfish and not kind to keep them to myself. And I had forgotten. I said, what gifts? And he pointed them all out one by one, and I didn't know who I was going to share them with, because everybody that I had tried to share them with didn't want them, didn't think they were of any value. So this is how things work when you let go of something, and when you've been completely emptied and broken, you finally give up. So I finally gave up. I gave up on trying to get people that don't like me to like me. I gave up on thinking that I was worthless and thinking that I knew nothing. I gave up being a fool as a mask to hide behind. I gave it all up because my master told me. He knocked me on the head pretty hard 3 times. And when they do that to you, it means, listen up. This is a come to Jesus meeting, bitch. So I said, but who will I... He just said, shut up. He said, don't worry. He said, it'll happen. And I think a lot, not the final vestige of my ego, it was gone. And then I felt full, and I remembered all of my gifts. And then within moments, literally, my life has been filled with people who want to learn the art that my master told me to teach. And I asked him, I said, Master, I've studied so many arts. What's your art called? And he said, I told you. You're the art. You're the art. You can name it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Like Shakespeare said, a rose by any other name is still a rose. A martial art by any other name is still a martial art. Healing by any other name is still healing. Having a code, whether it's the Bushido code or the 10 Commandments in the West, it doesn't matter. These are our words. These are our actions. And this is my sword, one of them, called the Shoto. Short sword. I like to use 2, long and short. And this is the pen, and the golden flower. Is the pen mightier than the sword? It is, but not if they kill all the writers. And that's not going to happen on our watch. So, I am now sharing my gifts, but my master did caution me, and he said, just don't share them with anybody. He said that they have to have a special kind of heart, and if they don't have that, then they are not to be trained by you on this art, maybe something else. So officially I introduced myself, as I have over the past few months, as Sifu Fiore, creator of 5-element golden flower Qigong Kung Fu. It's a mouthful. Everybody is a golden flower. Everybody is a miracle. Everybody has gifts. Everybody has talents. Everybody has skills. Don't forget them. Use them. Don't let others make you think that your skills are nothing. Don't make others your master. The only master is you, of your thoughts, and in control of your heart and being. And then who has control of your soul is you as well. But the creator of your soul, think about that. And there is that belief, whether you're a Taoist, a Buddhist, a Satanist, a Christian, a Hindu, a Muslim, a Jew, And even atheists would admit that the Big Bang is quite an event. Anyway, thoughts for today. And I'm training, I might like to add, two of my favorite pupils. I won't embarrass them by calling them by name, but they have inspired me, truly. And I am dedicated to being the best teacher for them that I can possibly be until they lay me in the ground, which ain't going to be for a long time. Have a good afternoon. I love everybody. Love each other. Make make silence, not noise.